Belal Muhammad, despite a lot of people believing he's too old, will finish JDM at UFC 315. A lot of people believe that Belal Muhammad is going to get starched by JDM, yet again doubting him and his abilities. Have we not learned our lesson from his last 6 fights? He has been the underdog over and over and over again. But when will people understand that it's his love for fighting that has kept him in the game for so long? And despite how old he is, it actually doesn't even fucking matter. His hungriness to stay on top over the past couple years have showed that age doesn't matter. And if you're someone that is older that wants to start MMA, let Belal be your sign. So yes, Belal is now 36, turning 37 in the summer. And a lot of people believe that by that age, performance drops and you become washed. However, I don't think that's necessarily true. You take a look at Belal, and he started training MMA at the age of 23. That's only a little over a decade of martial arts experience, where a lot of other people in the UFC have double the experience in martial arts. But what this means is that Belal still has a lot to learn. So every fight camp he's still learning and learning. And it does show in his fight camps. For example, when he invited a D1 wrestler to his camp where he was getting absolutely cooked. But that is the thing, he's looking to get tested each and every fight camp because it's the only way he's going to keep improving as a martial artist. Alex Pereira is another example of this as well. Pereira only started MMA in 2015, only 10 years ago, and only got into the UFC in 2021. Right now he's 37, almost 38, and a lot of people would think that by this point he'd start to decline due to his age. However, we've seen Pereira improve in each and every fight. If you remember Pereira versus Blachowicz, he got ragdolled in the first round by Blachowicz wrestling. Now compare that to his last fight with Ankalaev, where he defended 12 out of 12 of Ankalaev's takedowns. And everyone, including me, kept saying that Ankalaev was going to take Pereira down easily. We were completely wrong. But again, this proves my point. Because of both fighters starting later compared to other fighters in the UFC, they still haven't peaked in their set of skills. So they're improving with each and every camp, getting better despite their age. And lastly, we just saw Volkanovski, who just won the title at the age of 36, breaking the 35 and above curse for the lighter divisions. Now with Volkanovski, it's even crazier because he was coming off of 2 devastating KO losses. And he was getting up there in age and hadn't fought in a year, so there was questions if he was even the same Volk. But man oh man, he looked so sharp in his fight with Diego Lopez, clipping him multiple times in their fight. Volkanovski did so good because he spent a year letting his body heal up, but also he worked hard. He's the best in shape that we have ever seen him. Now going back to Belal, another factor is his style. So while Belal Muhammad has very nice Canelo-like striking, he tends to set up his striking to get takedowns. So his style isn't like with Izzy, where Izzy relies heavily on his reflexes and speed in his striking. Wrestlers in the UFC don't tend to decline with age. Their strength still stays the same. So unless Belal is having an off night, he shouldn't have a problem with his takedowns and taking down JDM. Especially because JDM isn't that hard to take down. Gilbert Burns kept taking him down, and he was winning that fight until the 3rd round where he got clipped. But if Gilbert Burns is taking you down, I don't see how Belal can't either. And mark my words, Belal is looking for a finish this time around. Belal knows he's champ, and he can't put on snooze fests anymore without Dana White blowing up his phone. I think he's going to look for a finish this time, and I think he's going to achieve this by taking down JDM and unleashing some ground and pound. We know Belal has never knocked out anyone on the ground, but just trust me, bro. But anyway, at the end of the day, I don't believe age is a huge factor in the UFC. I'm not denying that you can't slow down when you age. I think it depends from fighter to fighter. We've seen Israel Adesanya getting cooked lately due to his style not matching well with his age. But meanwhile, we've seen Volkanovski just win the title at 36, and honestly, I think he beats Evloev and Rodriguez pretty easily. If you're someone that thinks it's too late to start up MMA, Belal Muhammad literally proves otherwise. You could start MMA and become the next UFC champion. You never know. Or you can just start today for fun. There are people that say, oh, it's too late, you won't get anything out of it, but I say bullshit. Starting MMA today can change various parts of your life, such as losing weight, getting in shape, getting rid of anxiety and depression, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? That's why I created MMA Beginners HQ, my community where I'll help you join an MMA gym and make the process a whole lot easier. Disclaimer, I'm not a pro MMA fighter by any means. I'm on the same exact journey as you. I'm 21 years old, but that isn't stopping me from going pro. So let's go on this journey together. And the first 20 people that join, I will help you out for free. So check out the link in the description below and let's get started. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe, and remember, my boys, stay active, stay busy, and most of all, stay hungry.